You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
What are you doing?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Hey.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. She got somebody chased.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a
There was a
silver
guy
truck.
in a gray truck, and he came
So
around the corner,
I don't
and
know if you guys have a
I was
read.
in the street, and so I come up, and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said there's a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's.
She got all worried. That
Scared the crap out of me.
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out
And I
home.
saw someone walking in our driveway too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm
Well, there
sorry.
we go.
Yo, what's happening? This is Late Night CJ, and I'm back at it once again. Now, as you saw in the video leading up to this, I took my time before I finally decided to record on this because it's very triggering for a black man, these type of situations. Now, I know y'all probably sitting up there, oh, here we go, black man, hey. Well, I can only speak from who I am and what I am and my perspective. And it's very triggering because of the history of this type of behavior. Now walk with me real quick as I delve into this, just to give y'all a little bit of a different perspective. Now I know some of y'all out there probably feel like, no, I get it, I can sympathize, you can sympathize, but you can't empathize. You can see that we're affected and we're triggered, but you can't feel exactly how and why to the depths that we become triggered. Now, throughout the history of this great country that we live in, there's been history of people creating narratives all the way to outright lies about black men that have cost us our lives. We don't even have to go back as far as, slavery, because that speaks for itself. We could start at Emmett Till. A woman said that, he supposedly whistled at her. 13-year-old boy whistling at a grown woman. Not saying he did or he didn't, but what we do know is you've seen the pictures. You've seen the open casket. You can Google it if you haven't seen it. I'd advise you that it's a very terrifying picture. All because a woman said he did something. And let's not forget, she was allowed to walk freely after they found out it was a lie and that she was culpable and complicit with the killers until her dying day. But that's neither here nor there. What about Barbecue Karen? The lady that started the whole epidemic of Karens. She was sitting up there, they're barbecuing in the park. And she was calling the police. She was weaponizing the police. How about this? Let's go about the lady with the dog, the one that was choking the dog out when she was calling the police about the dude watching the birds in New York. They were more concerned about the dog. She got in trouble because of the dog, not because she called in a false police report on that man. What about baby that was in the hotel that was talking about her iPhone? That's my iPhone. Give it to me. Give it to me. And I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. Calling the cops for what? The video shows that it was his phone, that he had the phone. It was the daddy that said, man, we ain't letting her check nothing. And that leads into my perspective on this video. Why did this man feel the need? Well, maybe he didn't actually feel the need. But as somebody that stands on business, Why did you take all the bass out of your voice? You sounded like Cleveland Brown out there. You was just, matter of fact, you sounded like one of the clubs. You was just, just laughing at you. That woman called the police on you in front of your house, partner. In front of your house. She saw a car coming up the street, broke right, went up to the thing, to the doorbell, started ringing the doorbell. Now it has a Ring camera because we have video cameras around our house. So we have a doorbell camera. Soon as you walk up, a ring light, a red light goes around the button. And sometimes they have the deter trigger, so it starts beep, 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 or some kind of noise to let you know you're being recorded. She turns around and says, do you live here? And he said, yes. I don't believe you. Bing, booked it. Help, help. Now, what did she think was gonna happen? Say the police was Mr. Johnny on the spot, pull up, skirt. What did she think was going to happen to that man? Do you think they were going to walk up to him and be like, good evening, sir. We had a report of a suspicious looking man. That wouldn't happen to be you, would it? No, they would have pulled out, straight, what's his name? Old boy, the little boy, the 12-year-old in Cincinnati. 3 seconds, pulling out the window. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, we can't talk about what's real? This isn't. I'm not trying to racially divide people in my perspective. I'm just trying to give you some clarity on why we become so triggered, or we're quote unquote so sensitive, like y'all like to throw around about us, about these situations. It's kind of hard to stay calm and not be triggered, no pun intended, in these life or death situations. I hope that this is something that we all see as people and realize that this isn't always the exact way to go. This man pulled up. So let me ask this lady, Miss Michelle. You pulled up in front of his house. So what was he actually going to do to you on the doorsteps of somebody else's house with a camera going on? Anybody want to answer for Miss Michelle? What was he really finna do? He walked up to you so very calm for this killer, raid, whatever you want to call him. See, I almost violated community guidelines. He was just gonna do all this ravage and turn to a savage right on somebody's doorstep. So calm, speaking so eloquently and articulate. Because you know that people like to use that as a compliment when it comes to certain individuals. He speaks so articulate. That is not a compliment for future reference. I just hope we can do better. We are not what you think we are. But this is Late Night CJ. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and oh yeah, you're stronger than you think you are. 100.